Morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning, good morning, good morning. So I'm actually going through the emails right now. I'm finally getting to them. I think I'm at 5 p.m. yesterday. So right after this call, I'll likely complete them. It doesn't look like I have too many emails, although I have been going through it for quite some time. So I will get to all the emails probably 20 minutes after this call. And let's jump into it. Rhino Bucks, I think, is sitting at like 265, 266-ish. We didn't actually buy all that much yesterday. Funds are just a little scarce at the moment because we're still completing payroll. And although I wish I properly managed that, right? Like, all right, every day put this much away, this much away. I kind of just back-ended it, meaning I need to catch up to it. But it is caught up to. In fact, I believe there's a tiny, tiny fraction left. And then starting tomorrow, every bill that Rhino has is behind us. And then, let's have more fun with Rhino Bucks. So that's a good thing. But be that as it may, it's still sitting at 265. I remember we guided 255. We're 10 cents over that and still holding it strong. So I think it's okay to say, well, this could be better, but then taking a step back and looking in perspective and saying, oh, actually, this is a lot better than we even thought it was going to be. So that's a very, very simple commentary on Rhino Bucks. As it pertains to automations, they will be live today. In fact, I was told they were live already, but I see that the BNB in my account hasn't changed. It's still quite a lot, which would signify that not much action has happened, not much transactions, because each time a transaction happens, it's the BNB that finances it, the gas fees. So to see so much BNB in my account, it's kind of upsetting to believe, or at least pointing me into the direction of that the automations aren't live yet, which is fine. I have a call with my team at 12 o'clock, and that will certainly be the first thing we speak of, in which case I suspect they'll be live right away. Like, we already got confirmation. We've identified the problem. We've solved it. We've tested it. Everything's fine. In fact, I was told that the automations were live, so it must be something very, very minute. But again, since since I have our team call at 12 o'clock, there's no reason for me to bother people at 2 hours before. I could wait. Let them get their days set. My days obviously a lot, and that's okay. Rhino friend. So I do send Slack message to our team every day, in which case it's always the things that we're going to do for the day. On days that we have our meetings, it's the complete itinerary, right, of what our meeting is going to be about, so that everyone is properly prepared, so I don't have to spend 2 hours on these meetings because I don't want to. I would like to just get into a room, everyone knows what's going on, boom, 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 okay, done. That entire itinerary, outside of the automations, of course, is Rhino Friend, in which case the goal is that we confirm and agree to a wireframe today, and that everyone gets started with production. I do want to kind of say, I think I need to say 2 weeks. Because as I was writing that this morning, I don't think there's a reasonable expectation that we could have that out in 1 week. 1 week from today, because again, this week kind of got taken away because of the automations. Again, you don't know what you don't know. So I didn't plan for that, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Now the automations are even stronger. Now what happened will never happen again. So I'm okay with that. But I do want Rhino Friend to be really, so I do want a guide for 2 weeks. Also, what I think I'm going to do is that for the next 2 weeks, our emails will be a build up to Rhino Friend. Every email will be speaking to what Rhino Friend is, where it is in development, offer you kind of behind the scenes. We just did this today, we just did that. At the same time, we don't want to give out too much information because we don't want to be coaching someone else how to do it. Everything with Rhino has always been very, very, hey, look, this is what we're doing. This is what we're thinking about. But a lot of that had to do with because you can't replicate me. I'm comfortable with that. When it comes to pure tech, of course, there's a lot of Rhino Friend that is unique to Anthony. The problem is nobody would know that until they built it, right? Because the behavioral science background of how did we get here and what have we learned along the way, what's all of the contribution and collaboration and advice and suggestion, and how to just simply manage such a movement. That's all That's all built into the DNA of Rhino Friend. So although I'm quite certain that somebody could copy it, I'm quite certain that that person that copied it can believe, or at least be deluded to believe, oh, okay, this is what they said it's going to do. That makes rational sense to us. We have the tech. Why can't we do the same thing? It's almost like getting into a car and then realizing it's stick shift, right? Like from the outside, you know how to drive a car. You okay, when he's not looking, I'm going to steal his car. And you do everything it takes to have the car. And then you get in it and you realize you can't drive it. The problem is by the time that someone realizes they can't drive it, we've already been knocked off. And I don't know what I don't know about that process, but I don't feel like competing with anyone either, right? Like I want to be the only one doing this and it's our idea, so we're going to be. So I will be sharing a lot of that, but also holding back some stuff as well. Two, for this question, will we be getting a link? Yes. I guess the link could be for someone to opt into the live presentation, in which case we could also track that that once they opt into live presentation, we collect their data, right? Like we have their email and their name. And then that's also tagged back to the person that had the link to begin with. So we can still credit the individual while presenting a live demonstration, which is what we want to do. And then we'll have like a week or two afterwards where we're sending out the replays and more calls to action. And I really think that for the next month, starting Monday, if we decide this path, which I think I'm confirming right now, right? That could be something quite large. Like that's a doubling or tripling of the business overnight. What I also want to do though is somehow marry it into Kartra. Because like I said, we have this fantastic affiliate opportunity with Kartra, offer us 20 to 40% lifetime residuals of anyone that gets into Kartra based on our affiliate link. Now, of course, why would anyone get into Kartra? If you don't have an email list, if you don't have this, you don't have that, you don't know what to do. You wouldn't. But Kartra has an agency option, which means effectively anyone can join and then just let us steer the ship. So it's almost like we're managing your digital portfolio, right? We're going to do everything, but in your name. All of the bank account would be yours. We would just have access to kind of drive your car. In which case, quite a good idea, right? So like if you're somebody that is just looking for passive income, all right, I have a Kartra membership. It costs me like $200 a month, but it also makes me like $1,000, $2,000 that I wouldn't have made otherwise. And what do we get from it? We just simply get, I think it's like 40% of the recurring. So Kartra would get 200 and then they would give us say 80 of it. In which case, if it's a win-win-win for everyone, and we can tie that into the Rhino Friend launch, well, now we're severely leveraging a very good idea. So it's the reason why it's being kind of slow rolled out is the fact that it's quite important and I want to make sure it's done right. So the exciting times are still yet to come. Rhino Wealth at 11 o'clock. I purposely have no idea where the market is because I didn't want to talk about it here. Hopefully things are working out and hopefully they work out by the end of the day. Yesterday allowed us the opportunity to give an honest commentary during tough times. And that commentary actually was able to forecast what the rest of the day looked like. So I'm feeling a little vindicated, which is a good thing, but I don't know how I'll be feeling today because I don't know where the market is. This weekend, we'll be doing a lot of Rhino Bucks because like I said, after today, all of our bills are taken care of. Let's have a nice early day, early call, and love y'all. And I'll have this up while I'm doing the emails right now. Love you. Bye.